Hey BeeLeeToodles, this is Barbara. This is a video response to you. Um, if you've given your all and it doesn't work out, we're human. It's okay. Um, my husband's mother, a couple years back, was in the hospital. She was on life support. She needed a new lung, and she had all of her mind, but they had to put her on the life support because her lungs weren't working right. And we got a telephone call, and it was the doctor, and he said that if we weren't there by 3 o'clock that he was going to pull her life support off of her, and he was going to do it with or without us being there. He had found a living will, and my husband wasn't really happy about it because she really wasn't on life support that long, and we wanted to see if maybe there was a way or something. I think the family needed a little time, and we didn't get that. And when she passed, she left her 82-year-old mother behind, and there really wasn't any family. It was just my husband and my husband's sister, and so we took her in, and she has dementia and I believe Alzheimer's, and it was very difficult. I was pregnant at the time. I have my own health problems. I've got thyroid cancer and could barely take care of myself, but we really didn't have, any options. And it was his grandmother, and we wanted to see if we could do this on our own. And I had 2 children, and then I was pregnant with my third. And it was very difficult. She was abusive verbally. She would throw things. She was kind of mean to the kids. Constantly telling everybody in the house off. Very demanding. Wanted her breakfast right then and there. Wanted it this way. Wanted this, what she wanted. That's what she wanted. And I had a 16-year-old daughter, and my daughter tried to do everything she asked, and if it wasn't right, she would just explode. I couldn't take when I saw my kids trying so hard, I couldn't take Grandma yelling at the kids like that, and flipping and throwing things, and just very abusive. And I had the, social worker would come out and tell me, she needs a bath. I'm like, yes, she does. She hasn't had a bath in a month. I'm pregnant. I can't get her in the bathtub. She won't have any part of my husband trying to get her in the bathtub. I'm afraid she's going to hit me in the stomach. And they said, well, I said, can you bring somebody out to help us, care and bathe her, which they did. They gave us a nurse that came out and would give her a bath, but that only lasted for about 5 or 6 visits. And then after that, Medicaid or Medicare, whatever she was on, it wouldn't pay for anymore. So I'm like, well, what are we going to do now? And I'm like, she won't take a bath for me. She's very abusive. She just, I'd say, okay, it's time to take a bath. I got your clothes ready. I got everything ready for you. And she'd yell at me, so you say I stink, how dare you? I don't, belong here, and you da 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 da. And she would just go on and on and on until she was like literally throwing things across the room. And we did it until, well, we did it till the kids couldn't take it anymore. And then his sister thought that she could do a better job than we could with her because I'm like the in-law and I was the caregiver and she's like closer to her, so she was thinking maybe she would, it would be easier with her, which it's not. It's not easier at all. And we're at a situation where she makes too much in her Social Security to get into the nursing home or to get help with the nursing home. She doesn't quite make enough to go into the nursing home. I don't know. It's just, it's just very hard. But you're not alone. We couldn't have people over. I didn't go anywhere for a year. If in the beginning when she wasn't so bad, I'd be like, I'm going to go to the store, and the store is like 2 blocks from my house, and I go and get her some milk and juice, and I come back, and she would yell saying I was gone for 8 hours, and that I didn't want to have anything to do with her, and that, and I'd be like, no, 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 I just went to get you your milk and your juice, and just for 3 hours yelling at me, and she said we left her alone, so we try and take her with us, and that didn't work out, and my husband and I never got to spend any time together, and the kids really had a hard time. I had a hard time. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just, we tried our best, and first off, even if you're a nurse, I wasn't a nurse. I'm not a caregiver. I couldn't barely care for myself. Just seems like we couldn't get any help. No real family would help us or, help lessen the load or take her for a weekend and let us breathe. But it's really hard, especially when you've got small kids. And but sometimes I think they require more than just one person caregiving, you know. Sometimes it takes a bunch of people, and when you're doing this 24/7, it's, you need a break. You do. I don't know how we made it, but I don't know. You're not alone. Don't feel bad.